So I wanted to give you guys a little tour of what we have going on today. Just another day of the office. Good morning, this is John with Universal Aquatics. I hope everybody is doing well. So I wanted to give you guys a little tour of what we have going on today. So apparently we've got some customers, new customers who've never been here before. They live in Buford, Georgia, pretty close to us in Lawrenceville. And they called me up and said, hey, we contracted another pond company to come out here and clean our pond. The other guys came out here, there were 3 of them. They said that they showed up, they were here for an hour and a half, and they just quit. They said, we can't do it. We're not going to finish the pond. It's gonna take us way longer than we have scheduled, planned for today, even with the 3 guys. And they said that they won't be able to get back to them for another month and a half. That being the case, I'm gonna show you how they left it. All right, so here's the way that these guys left it. They drained it down and left it like this. So this guy's approximately 30 or so feet long. I don't know what that is, 20 feet wide, something like that. There's about 10 inches worth of sludge in the very bottom. And so they were able to drain it down, but then they just saw this and just gave up. But literally, we're just putting debris right over this corner. So it's a pretty quick process. All right, so these guys, actually, whenever they cleaned the pond, or started to clean the pond, they took out the fish. Now, a couple of the fish have died, a couple koi have died, but this is a 30-foot long pond. And now you've got these goldfish that are the only things left in this Rubbermaid tub. And now you can see them behind me. They're coming up for air. Like, they're gulping, they're not doing well. So these guys were pretty much, the homeowners were stranded essentially trying to find a contractor to come out and help them out. So we're gonna get these guys, get it cleaned up, get the fish back in there, get it back up and running again so they can not die essentially. All right, so we got our pond vacuum on here behind us. We're getting out the sludge, getting out the debris, slowly but surely. So the plan is gonna be to just finish the job. So we're gonna take out the water first, and make the sludge a little more sludgy, a little thicker, the pond sludge. So at that point, it's just gonna be easier to scoop it out and get it out over the hill over here. All right, so here's your PSA public service announcement of the day, all right, guys? So whenever you hire a pond contractor, you gotta do your research. And it's tough to even know what kind of questions to ask, because I know folks that have contracted people and they say we've been in the industry, especially with building and construction, they say we've been in the industry for 30 years. We built ponds forever. And then I get out there and it's complete garbage. And so that being the case, you know, sometimes they look pretty, but they are just not functional. They're not sustaining ecosystems. They're not balanced. They have water quality problems. Fish are dying, algae problems, all that stuff. It's tough to know, even if you speak to people that say that they have been in the industry forever, it's even tough to just to know what that even means. So whenever you're looking to hire a pond contractor, you need to ask a few questions first. And if you don't know the answers and questions, really all you have to do is just look at Google reviews. They're gonna help you out. They're gonna be your guide to essentially get you a guy or a company that can help you out, that's had good experiences with other people. So it doesn't matter necessarily if somebody just says that they've been in the industry for 30 years, because that doesn't mean anything to me, because I've seen 30-year guys or companies that build complete garbage, that don't do very well. In this case, the homeowners got really burned, and I hate to see that, you know, for anybody. It's not good. And honestly, that gives a lot of pond contractors a bad name. So the first step has already begun, guys. So we are starting over here with a leaf blower. So we're just blasting out all the debris over here on the side, stuff that our thick fingers can't get between to get stuff out of the rock. Just another day of the office. So we've been here for about 4 hours, flushing, diluting, flushing, diluting, flushing, diluting, rinse and repeat. We're getting there, but we still got a couple more hours to go. So this is where we're at so far. Fish still over there. Got to dilute it down. Trying to work it out here. Got some nice little mounds of sludge. That's always nice. Good fertilizer though. We're about 5.5 hours in now. That's all we got left. So all this space behind me was just sludge that was thicker. Well, it was almost as high as my boot, honestly. And then the deep end over there, it was right at the very top of my boot. So it was a lot of sludge. But we're finally getting there, 5.5 hours in. It's just, you know, the more I sit here and clean this pond, the more frustrated I get at the other contractors that didn't finish this. There's no excuse for just leaving a project to where you've got fish in a little Rubbermaid tub over here and you got 3 koi that are dead, saying, sorry, we can't come back for a month and a half. That's just not acceptable. The 3 guys were here literally, like I said, an hour and a half, and they ended up leaving and saying they just couldn't do it. It's 2 people, me and Brianna, that's it. And so we took 5.5 hours and we're almost done. Another hour, we'll be out of here. All right, let's go check on the goldfish, make sure they're still good. Well, they're not up at the surface anymore, so that's good. We put in a little bit of water here just so they wouldn't be coming up, gulping for air. So that's good. All right, so the homeowner's gonna fill this pond back up. It's gonna take several hours to get it full. He's gonna put the fish back in, put some pond plants back in. We were only hired out here to just get the stuff off the bottom. So I'm glad we were able to squeeze him in here on one of our makeup days. We got this guy finished up and headed to the next project. I'm just glad we were able to help these guys out. It looks a lot better. So what do you guys think?
Oh, it looks fantastic. Looks like we just built it.
Yeah, it's nothing short of a miracle.
It was a little deceiving because when I measured, when I was out here earlier with you guys, I measured up there and there was maybe 6 inches of sludge, but here it was almost over our boot there at the bottom, at the deepest spot.
Right, yeah. It was just overwhelming for us at this point. So we sure do appreciate what you've done.
Well, thank you guys.
Good job.
We will recommend you to anybody.
Gotta give a thumbs up.
Yeah, 2 thumbs up.
Oh boy, plural.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. What's your dog's name?
Lucy.
Lucy. Does Lucy ever get in the pond?
No?
No.
No.
They are known to jump in water, but she doesn't.
Lucy. Hi. Do you smell dirty fish poop?